Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Today's video is going to be a severe weather update and forecast. It's basically going to be updating you guys about the severe weather that is happening across the country right now and the severe weather that will be occurring across the country for the next couple of days, mainly in the upper plains or the plains tornado alley. But before we do that, get into this, please consider subscribing to my channel, helps out a lot. Please consider liking the video, also helps out a lot. If you want to, you could hit that post notification bell icon that basically notifies you every time I make a video. If you hit it, that is optional. This whole thing's optional. If you did it, thank you so much. But today, in general, is not too severe in terms of not on the high risk according to this Storm Prediction Center, but it's enhanced risk, and I could show you that, but I just don't have it pulled up. But if you type in SPC and now it's going to show up Storm Prediction Center, you go onto their main page and it shows today enhanced. There's I think a tornado watch, maybe even a tornado watch, maybe even a severe thunderstorm watch. I'm not exactly sure, but there's definitely cause for concern, because if you look, there's a lot of activity. There's this big storm now. Remember in yesterday's video, it was centered in Wyoming. Now it's in the eastern half of Colorado, and it's fairly strong. It's just spinning up here, bringing up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and that is causing a lot of thunderstorms to flare up. They're basically going from southwest to northeast, basically forming from about the front range of the Rockies and stream right into Canada. However, some cells do go different directions. There could be a cell that's going to be going south or southwest, and that is because it breaks away from the actual flow of the energy and winds and the system produces, and just kind of, goes by itself individual. So that's what happened yesterday. Actually, there was a thunderstorm that came close to our area actually, and it actually did hit us. So it wasn't really forecasted, but it did. So just keep in mind, just because you're not under the enhanced risk or the slight risk doesn't mean that you can't get thunderstorms. So you can see this continues for days. There's another outbreak. Anywhere you see bright colors, orange colors, yellow colors, that's indicative of some thunderstorms. This is thunderstorms on Tuesday, thunderstorms on Wednesday right here, thunderstorms on Thursday, further south this time, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, southern parts of Nebraska, and you can see another outbreak here in Oklahoma, and this just continues every day. And then the GFS calms it down because it can't predict this far out. This is a couple of weeks advance, but for the next couple of days, we'll definitely be busy with this. So there's definitely cause for concern. Let me go play all of this through and show you some of the predicted rainfall amounts with this. And like I've always mentioned before, you can't really just go off of the GFS and say, oh, my area, central Iowa, central Nebraska, say, you'll get around 4.5 inches of rain. Well, you're going to be shocked and surprised, because if you don't get that 4.5, which you really shouldn't, because these thunderstorms are so localized. Even though they are in clusters, they still can be localized. These clusters doesn't mean that they're huge. So northeast Nebraska may be getting 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, while southwest Nebraska may be getting half an inch of rain, and that is all dependent on where the thunderstorms go. It could be the opposite. That was just an example. Not necessarily. It really depends on where the thunderstorm set up. Like I mentioned yesterday, thunderstorm hit our area. Was it predicted? No. Did it leave a lot of rain? Yes. Had it strong winds? Yes. It was in the middle of the night, so no one was really expecting it, and I didn't have my eye on the radar because I was obviously sleeping. But in general, what we can take away from this map is that there will be quite a bit of rain, but we can't take away that exactly in your area this much rain will fall. We just can't say that there's going to be a lot of activity and lots of thunderstorms occurring for the next couple of weeks. So now let's go to pivotal weather, and this is again surface-based cap, and that is basically the energy that the thunderstorms have potentially to them. You can see the next couple of days, some purple, some even this, I don't know what color you want to describe that, hot pink, I don't know, this grayish, pinkish color. That's in the 5,000 range, and if you're not familiar with this, that is fairly high. I mean, you could see it's towards the end of the spectrum of this cap, so this is definitely something we need to keep an eye for. And as we go through here, we could see that this does tend to slow down a little bit, but what am I saying? This tends to decrease a little bit. You can see not as much activity for the next couple of days. I think the biggest day will be tomorrow and today, and there's a reason for that. We're going to be having really hot temperatures across the Midwest, Upper Plains. I know with my area, Cook County, Chicago, there is actually a heat warning. We're expecting 98 tomorrow degrees, so that is fairly high temperatures, and that's also associated with those thunderstorms. So again, it does seem to calm down a little bit, but don't get deceived just because that one day is showing those bright colors. These colors, these oranges, still is high enough to produce severe thunderstorms, and definitely is enough for these thunderstorms to feed off of. Because you're going to get a temporary break, but then they're right back at it, and it seems to increase back sometime next week, early next week, so around the weekend time. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday seems to be like there could be a really big severe weather outbreak if this holds true, but again, does seem to get way more active towards the end of the month. Rather, I think that the worst threat, I think, is going to be over on the 18th, and after that we're gonna get a little bit of a break. So from about Monday, Tuesday to about Friday, Saturday, we should be having a break, but then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday goes right back at it, and right back at it with the energy that obviously indicates thunderstorms. If you're wondering, well, can you show me, mister, the actual radar? Don't worry, I will. Let's go to reflectivity of the NAM3K CON-US, Continental United States. The reason why I'm choosing this model, if you may be asking, is because, first off, this model is going out to 60 hours. And when something goes out not that far, it tends to be more specific for what it forecasts. See, the GFS forecasts out for 384 hours, but it needs to sacrifice its accuracy in order to go out that far. NAM3KM is sacrificing how far it could go out for its accuracy. So this is trade-off, but we have both of these models, so it's really a good trade-off for us because we get both. We get win-win situation. So, and this model also tends to predict very well where the individual storms can go and form, unlike the GFS. So let's go to regional first, north central US. Let's zoom out of this a little bit because this is really quite big. So this is 6 o'clock, not 6 o'clock, this is 6 hours out from now, 18 o'clock today. So this is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon today. Fairly accurate what had happened. So this is a little bit in the past, but this is what we're expecting from the rest of the evening. There could be a squall line forming here, northwest Nebraska, and this could just erupt into severe thunderstorms. Isolated supercells of this could really lead to a lot of rain, and that eventually goes out into Canada and up in Arrowhead of Minnesota. And tomorrow, again, we could get another spawning. Well, this is actually Monday, but that is late tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I mean, this shows Monday, 00Z, but that is still around 8 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So you can see a lot of thunderstorms spawning. It even looks like to be a damaging wind potential for some of the areas in Wisconsin. So this definitely, you can see during the night it fizzles out into more of a rain-based system, but during the day it's just these little isolated storms that could lead to lots of damage. And this is actually really good, the composite reflectivity. This is really good. It's pretty accurate, and these areas here in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Montana really need the rain. They haven't been in a drought for a long time. I mean, I remember last fall making videos about this, about the drought here. So that's basically it, guys. Please stay safe out there. There's a lot of stuff to watch, and keep your eyes on the radar. Keep your eyes on the sky. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.